Hello and welcome to my podcast, Book Talk and More with me, Nancet Marques, where we explore the joy of reading. Now, if you have not read a single book in a very long time, don't be discouraged. That's exactly what we are here for. And to help you in this challenge, to encourage you more to read more books, today with me is someone who wears many hats. She is a single mother, a politician, a dancer. She's also a very famous daughter of Goa. Please welcome Cecille Rodrigues.
Thank you.
Cecil, before we get to the big questions in this podcast, tell me what's like the most Goan thing you've done this whole week.
I think so. Most of the Goans today, if you see, whenever they move around, they're either like dodging a pothole or they're going through a pothole or they're flying over a speed breaker, and not forgetting the buffaloes and the cows and the stray dogs that are there sitting on the road, so dodging them around. So I think so that's one of the things that, the most Goan thing now, that's a new Goan thing that's happening around. And I think so coming over here, that has been the most Goan thing that I've done so far in the whole week.
So this must have turned out like a GTA for you, right? Like Goan traffic adventure.
Kind of like,
Like a
because
GTA.
yeah, that's what everyone keeps talking about, that like Goa should be either you should have like a mud races or you should have like, kind of those dirt race where you go through the potholes and, where the mud is and everything like that. So this is all that I think so. The GTA is the best example that you can give right now.
You grew up in Vasco, didn't
Yes.
you? And what do you think? Do you miss Vasco?
Of course, it's my hometown, but seeing now the work that I do and where I have reached right now, my work is basically centrally based in Panjim itself, though I reside in Talegaon. And I think so, my life has evolved last 15 years over there. So I come home sometimes, we still have our apartment. Mummy still comes to MPT hospital to have her checkups done and everything. So yeah, connection is still there. I have few friends, so on and off I do come and visit. Apart from that, not really, but I try and I make time. And another thing is coming to the airport, so
Yeah.
that's the closest.
Let's move on to something bigger.
Hashtag Rosto. Did it start your political career or was it just about fixing roads?
Actually, politics came first, and after I lost the elections in 2017, I realized, what can I do? I need to do some kind of social work. I need to do something. And that's how the hashtag Rosto campaign came about, because I was in a Konkani theatre, and from Talegaon I was traveling all the way to Benaulim,
Okay.
and the roads were bad. That time the construction of the flyover Zuari Bridge was
It was a
it
nightmare
was
for
a
you.
nightmare, and our rehearsals were during like the June month. So the rain,
Monsoons.
the potholes, the suspension of my car got damaged. On my birthday I had to pay 15,000 rupees. So I was like really pissed off, and that's how the Rosto from Bebda came to Rosto, and I just did it because I wanted to use my art and make a voice known what everyone was feeling, and it just connected with everyone.
Okay.
So the politics came first, but that time I was very naive. I didn't know anything about politics. I just wanted to volunteer, in the particular political party that I'm in, and I wanted to give it my 100%. It was new, and they were focusing on education, health, which is something that I really want our India in to have, that way education and health is given top priority. And I saw that the party was doing that, and that's why I joined as a volunteer, not to become a candidate, not to fight for election, just giving in my time for a change. After the Dance India dance fame, I want to contribute back to my society, and how best is making a change and bringing in the difference that was needed. I have a metal plate in my back because of an unpainted speed breaker.
Okay.
And the speed breaker campaign started with one of the speed breakers in the North Belt, where I flew during the daytime, and then I flew again during the nighttime in a week's time. And I said that this is so not happening, and I think I need to paint this. So I called up a friend of mine from Kalangut. I said, I said, I don't know anything about painting, but I want to paint that speed breaker. And that's how the journey of that first speed breaker started from there. And then it started in my constituency, that's Talegaon, and then all over Goa. And we made an impact here and there. And then after that, the government, the municipality really painted the speed breakers because it was hashtag
So
roster
it
Goa.
did make a
Of course it did.
impact.
Of course, 90% of the speed breakers all over Goa got painted because I tagged them. I just didn't draw lines. I didn't put my official name on it. But the roster was enough saying, and everyone like, what's this roster? So when they started doing hashtag roster, they were getting all the feedback of the pictures and videos and who was doing it, then the team. And people just came together because every speed breaker has a story to tell.
Now let's talk about your dance academy Encore. Do you have a vision for these children beyond choreography? Like, you previously said, you used your Dance India dance platform, you used the fame to get into politics.
So I run Encore Academy of Performing Arts. I believe that growing up, if we had dance as a subject, I think so I would have been much more of a different person than what I am. And I think every child should get it. Every child should have this benefit of performing arts in their growing stages because it transforms every child. Like it helped me build my confidence. It helped me to speak on stage. I was one of the kids who was the last person to be on stage and speak because I have a stammering problem. You don't realize it now. I've transformed myself as the years came by. But I was a very scared child. But it's the dance that got me up there. And I believe that everyone has it in them.
Yeah.
Provided they need to give that push, give that encouragement. And the vision, what we have as Encore Academy is we want to reach out to all schools, not only just private schools which are already having dance as a subject, but government aided, where children come in from poor families or from normal middle class families, where parents do not have time to pick up and drop, where private classes are expensive. So we make it very affordable, very reasonable for them for the full academic year. And it's a subject during school hours that we go and we teach. So our vision is to reach out to all schools all over Goa. That's around 400 schools is what we are targeting. But it is basically to build the child's confidence, to help the child focus, to help the child have teamwork, coordination in the body, and also learning to mix around with everyone and to have their creativity, get on board. So if children have music and dance, and we've seen that not only children, any age group. Right now I'm having free classes for the senior citizen. They look forward for that once a week, and it's a free class that I do. I'm giving it back to the community.
It's good.
We teach right from nursery to up to 85-year-old dance student of mine.
That's
When I'm saying like 3 years onwards that we teach in school, 3 years starts nursery. And the level the range that we teach, it's so amazing because every range is different. When they're little, you have to drop down as you have to be a child yourself. That's why everyone says, how come you're always like bubbly and happy? Because I work with children. I work with children because they make me happy. Even however bad my day is going in the morning when I leave the house, I know that I'm going with those little ones and they need to see someone really positive, and that's what I just bring out in them. And we're having fun. And I make them sing, I make them dance, we are just grooving together. And I have a fabulous team along with us who are doing schools all over Goa. So we have like 25 schools now that we teach dance as a subject and post evening classes. So yeah, all the age groups are covered.
That's progress.
Yes, it is. And my vision is to see them one day dance on a very big platform, and that will happen in the course of time.
Artificial intelligence, what do you think about it? It's like replacing humans in every field. Are you worried that maybe someday you get replaced with artificial intelligence or a robot version of you?
Not really, because I believe that every dance class has its connection. Every dance class has a feel. Every dance class has where the children look up to the dance teacher or to the fun environment. And if you're just going to connect yourself with AI, then you're not going to include any of your the same age group kids around. So as much as you say AI is important, yes it is, but when a child is growing up or when any adult, you need company, you need to interact with people, you need to socialize, and dance gives you that. It's a social activity, getting people together, because if like I'm the only child, if I didn't have dance as part of my life, I would have been a loner. But
felt-
because I was in the group dance,
Uh-huh.
like if you and me, Nancet, if you and me were dancing together, then I had to talk to you.
Yeah.
We had to discuss steps, we had to discuss music. So we are connecting, we are meeting people, we are getting more people on board. So AI is AI where it is, but you can't beat connection with AI. And that's what I feel that will go a long way.
Cecil, now I'm going to ask you a serious question, okay? And you have to be honest. Do you doom scroll a lot?
I do, because my work permits that, because I have to interact with my team continuously. But when I'm at work, my phone's on silent mode. Most of the time my phone is on, actually every time my phone is on silent mode. And I don't use my phone most of the time when I'm at work. As soon as I come home, then I need to check with the team. I need to check with my home whether my mom's called up, if she needs anything, because my mom's the only one now with me. And apart from that, my social work, what else, the party work, if anything that needs to be done, that scrolling happens, and then hopefully that by then at the end.
Would you consider swapping it with something else? Like, have you considered about reading a book?
Kind of, like I think so. I like to start my day reading. Like wake up in the morning, just get freshened up, and luckily I stay at a place where I'm overlooking the sea.
Wow.
So I just open up the window and I get my yoga mat out. So I do like a butterfly position and I'm reading.
Wow.
So I exercise while I read.
Okay.
So I'm doing 2 in 1 simultaneously, so that I'm not wasting too much of time and I'm just not sitting on a couch, but I just sit and I read simultaneously. So I do crazy things where I'm reading and doing exercise first thing in the morning. I avoid reading in the night because it will put me to sleep. After an exhaustive day that my work has, I avoid watching, which is fine print. I would like to start my day with it in a better way. So yeah, as you said, swapping it, I would like to start my day reading.
Is there a recent book you're reading?
You know, actually talking about reading, I'm a very new reader.
Okay.
So it's because of my friend whose name is Francis Coelho. He insisted, like, you know, and said, Cecil, why you're not reading? Why you're not reading? You speak so well, but if you read, you'll understand better. So many good books about different things. You should read. And to satisfy him, actually, because you have a friend who means well for you, but who's at you all the time, I said, okay, fine, I'll take a book. And I think so I brought the books. Can I show?
Yeah.
So
what's the book about?
So this one is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is the book, and I think so when I start my day, I think so for me to be a better version of myself is very important. So the people who I deal with is like my team. Most of the time is my team that has it, and my family and my closest friends. So if I don't be good around them, then I don't think I can make anyone happy. So this book teaches me how to help me as a co-founder, as the boss of the company, how to make me a better boss, how to understand feelings, how to correct people in a better way. I am changing, and I think so with this book I started writing down a lot of notes, because for me, as I said, I'm not a reader, so I like to write pointers which touches me, so that tomorrow if I want to refer to it, I have something that I can read. So I got you my notebook, or I'll show you at the end of it. But this is something that I think so everyone should read who wants to be a better supervisor, a better manager, a better boss, a better human being also, because you interact.
This book actually made.
Yeah, it just connects.
Were you like struggling before picking this book?
No, like my friend, I told you, no?
Yes.
This is my friend's book.
Yeah.
So he gave me 3 choices. The power, one about how to manage money, and one about how to deal with people. Because sometimes I try to put my opinion on others a lot, because, in the field that I am in. But it's sometimes you just have to listen. And this one I finished. It took me almost a year. But I said it's better late than never. And the other book, can I show?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
The other book is called The Let Them Theory, which has just been recently by Mel Robbins. I think so. She's an amazing author who talks about how to deal with like family, your people who you love the most, your children, how to deal. And let them just says that, let them be who they are. You can't change every adult, because every adult has gone through their traumas or their kind of experience in life, and they will choose to change when they feel is right.
Okay.
So if like, say if...
That's a good insight.
Yeah, because if you are married to someone, why do marriages break? Because people do not agree. I also come from a broken marriage, and I wish I had this book earlier with me. Could have saved it, but nevertheless, but it is very important that whoever we connect with in our day-to-day lives, people who we love the most, if we do not understand this, then we are going to go. So it says let them, but it also says let me.
Okay.
So there's another thing. So it's very nice. I'm all, and the last chapter is remaining to read. One more year. It's gone by.
And what about your journal?
Oh, this is my journal. If you can see, it's a cute little journal.
Fancy.
Yeah, and it's all it's positive words for myself. It says positive and inspiring words. Be good to yourself. I love me. Beautiful soul. Happy me. Stay humble. Cool me. Calm me. Superpower is my actually good mood. Then focus, dream, confidence, blah 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 blah. So all my positive words are here, and this is my journal that every time I go, if I'm watching a reel or if I'm going through, this is all like highlighted. Yeah, it started from Ikigai.
Okay, that's
So it started like, what do I really love to do and how can I make things to do with what? And that's how it started.
That's nice.
And it's going on. It's been 2 years I have this book, and it's still getting there. But yeah, as I know that you're also an amazing author who writes children's books, I'm just a baby in it, and I think so. I'm sure I will take insights from you later on from there.
That'll be
But
awesome.
reading, I think so. Everyone should do reading, even if it comes later on in the age.
It's commendable that you've taken up this challenge to read. Now, you have a boy.
Right? Does he read?
Yes.
You encourage him in reading.
Oh, so coming to that part of it. So why I didn't read, then I come to my son. So growing up, my parents used to never read.
Okay.
So they are not like book lovers and readers. So it never happened with me. And whenever I would read something, I would fall asleep within a page or two, because something that doesn't interest me, like school
Dancing was
books.
on your mind.
Yes. I realized what I like something is what I read.
Okay.
And I will read passionately if I enjoy it in the first 2 pages of it. And I've started it now. When my son was born, I tried to do that, but since I was not doing it myself, how can I tell somebody else to do it? So right now, since it's 2 years I've started, so my son has been watching me, and recently my son has gone to the boarding school. So this is his 3rd year in the boarding. Now boarding, they don't have phones.
Yeah.
So their mind is idle in the night or in the evenings during their free time. So he happened to take his friend's Kindle or started reading books first. Harry Potter.
Wow. I'm a big fan of
He's
Harry
not
Potter
seen the
myself.
movie Harry Potter, but I think so we all love Harry Potter.
Yes.
So he read all the series within a year and a half.
Wow.
Within
That's
a year and a half, and he asked me, Mama, can you buy me a Kindle? I was dreaming for the day when my son says, Mama, buy me some books, buy me something where I can read.
He asked you for the whole library.
Yeah, and he asked me for the whole library. So I'm very happy that things have happened, and I can see the changes happening in my son now due to reading. And I'm hoping that a lot of children in Goa and parents in Goa pick up things that they like, even if it's the shortest book, which is even 12 pages or 10 pages or I don't know, 100 pages, which is the smallest book, but everyone should start reading what they have an interest in.
Saying the way it's benefited you, and I think
Yes.
you've got access to schools now. And
Yes.
do you think you would promote reading as well, along with dancing?
Yeah, I think so. That's a fabulous idea where I can tell everyone to start reading about certain books. I think so I can start telling children about your books, because
Okay.
yours is a kids friend, yeah. And if you can let me know the age group that you want me to tell them with and where parents can read, I can definitely help promote another Goan who has been an author in children's book to do that, because yeah, and I would love to read one of your books.
Definitely.
So what if I'm into that?
You're wearing many hats, and do you feel pressurized, like especially considering the recent events with yourself and even Rama? Do you have any dance moves that can knock people off, or are you learning kung fu as well?
I wish I could raise my hand or a leg on somebody, but I'm not raised that way. Having different hats, is a very difficult role to play. It's sometimes it gets to me. I'm exhausted. It's not easy to do so much, and when you're trying to do a lot, and I have a bigger family that is my Goa
Yeah.
And I have my personal family. That's my mom, my son, and the close knit people who I really care about. So
Do you feel threatened?
no, I don't feel threatened. One thing that is out from my system is the fear. I do not fear anyone. Right from a little girl growing up, that one thing I don't know how it has come in me, but it has come from some genes, it has come in me. But fear is something that I don't have. The only thing that I get hassled or worried about is the people not understanding what is happening around us. Is when are they going to take a stand? Like, I was one of them earlier. I was just following what everyone said to do. Vote for this one. I followed my father. I voted for a particular party, not knowing who the candidate was, what. But today I'm a grown adult. I'm concerned about Goa, and I'm a mother. As I wear different hats. I don't know where Goa is heading. We've got liberated to be free, but I feel we are not free anymore. We are just like back again, going. Like, if you see what's been happening recently, MLA pushed me. Rama got attacked. I mean, if a MLA has been given a upper hand to raise their hand on a public person, even if I am in opposition or whatsoever, no one gives them the right to raise their hand. And this is the gundagiri and dadagiri that started off. Right now, in this present, if I can say it out loud, the BJP rule, this is what's happening right now. And it's sad. We should be taking Goa to the next level. We should be taking our country, India, to the next level. But all the fights are because of religion or because of caste, because of language in the country. I mean, or services that we provide, whether it's the taxi, whether it's dance related, whether it's music related, or anything. Today, anything, there is a war or problem happening. So it is high time that, as much as I do not fear, but I alone can't bring in the change. It's the people together. And I hope one day that people open up their eyes. If not them, then their generations down the line will be suffering. So I hope, keeping that in mind, they will open up their eyes and see and think, keep Goa first, keep India, and then keep whatever else it is. Others, we are finished.
You think the recent assault bothered you?
Of course it did. It happened in my constituency in Karanzale, and in broad daylight, afternoon time, where those goons were not wearing a mask. That means if you are so okay with it to just hammer somebody out in public, and a known person who's like Rama Kankonkar, who's very well known, to see him hammered and beaten up like that. I met him in the hospital. He was black, blue, his eye right. I was very badly swollen up. It broke me down. It broke me down because where is human life at the end of it when you do so much? It's not about fear or anything. It's about what is happening. So as much as things that happened to us, Rama was all alone. His friend was there, but he also was pointed out a knife. So he couldn't come forward. People couldn't come forward. The knife and the guns are removed out. So people also's life is at risk at the end of it. So this, who can take care of is the government. If the government imposes strict rules, if law and order is in place, then I think so a lot of things will, if these guys will be taught a lesson, then the upcoming goons who think that, if they can do it, we also can do it openly, they will think twice before doing. So these people have to be taught a lesson to make an impact for the rest of the people who will think of doing wrong in the near future. You have to set an example. If punishment is not crucial, then rapes are happening every day.
True.
Molestations are happening every day. Accidents on roads due to potholes are happening every day. There is accountability of that. So,
Cecille, from your experience in engaging with students through Encore Academy, in schools or your social interactions, would you say that civic sense and social responsibilities are areas where today's children are falling short? I mean, we don't have to go far. Let's just say in Goa,
Is that something you think our children lack?
Of course, I think so. When you see what's happening in our state and you see all over the country, especially India as a country, what children, the things that are lacking is skill sets. Because in today's time, it is not like how it was before. Today, if you don't have a proper skill set, you can't survive anyway. People don't even see how many marks you've got,
Yes.
what you studied. If you're good in speaking, if you're a good performer, no one says, "Oh, are you a MBA?"
Graduate.
No one checks that. So if you are, like say electrician, plumbing, whatever it is, climbing a coconut tree also today.
Uh-huh.
If you have a skill set, you are a king. Secondly, civic sense. Children, parents, everyone who's moving into Goa should be taught civic sense. Garbage is being thrown everywhere. People are just cutting down trees like it's no end of them, thinking that, okay, chal, I want to clear this property, just cut down. Where are we headed with that? So civic sense. And then people today don't say sorry, please, thank you. The three magical words. They keep enmity. People get out of the house with rage every morning, putting someone else's lives at risk. So our situation right now is chaotic, but it's only education and, like how you said, children need to be educated. They need to read. They need to see how the outside world is. But everyone's like this. Narrow, or the families that are moving into Goa, especially the labor class families, which are suddenly the migrant community that has increased in numbers. I mean, yes, we do need them, but are they following our culture? Are they following our lifestyles? Are they keeping the surrounding clean, which is their area too, where they reside? Are we Goans making a point at Panchayat, at municipality, bringing it to their notice, saying that this has to be done? We need to make sure that we educate everyone. Mixed garbage should not be put into place. People should not be throwing out things. So cleanliness is something that we need to harp on for Goa, and we need to educate. And education only happens when people read and they understand the whole thing. So videos, reading, whatever it takes. But it has to be a constant reminder for people. So I'm hoping that happens.
Well, the reason for me to ask you these questions is your life seems to be quite interesting.
Very.
Would you consider writing a memoir of your life?
Haha, you know what? Somebody had just asked me, like, Cecille, I think so you should write a book about yourself. But I think so what you're suggesting is much better because it's still small and concise. But yeah, why not? I think so. If you can guide me through it because you're an author yourself, I think so. Yeah, it's good to document. And earlier when we were having lunch, you just said, what is Cecille, what you have done in life, that, what you keep a legacy for, what you can leave behind so that generations can, read it, which is so important. Like, sometimes I forget what I have done also.
True.
And then suddenly with acquaintances that happens, I recollect and I'm like, I wish children now know what we had done back then to reach where we are today.
What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote. This is a very spontaneous thing that you've asked me right now. I think so.
My favorite quote is, be a product of your choices and not a victim of your circumstances. What's yours?
My God, I've showed you my book, right? Yeah. My book has all the quotes. That's why I write down.
Pick one from
Yeah, I write. So those are all my inspiring words.
Okay.
So what I think is the latest that I have. Can I read it out to you?
Yes, of course.
All right. From here, I think so. Wait, let me read this out to you. So I like to read out morning and day about affirmations about myself. So this is something that always connects with me. I am always at the right place at the right time, and I easily attract opportunities into my life, like what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
So this is something which has happened day in and day out, and whatever I do, whether it's my dance reality show, whether it's a roster campaign, whether it is politics, whether it's my social work, anything in my life, I'm always at the right place at the right time. And I don't know how, nothing planned, but it just happens. And
well, I think we can take a leaf from the book of...
Yes, precious book. I shall publish this one day.
Cecille, thank you very much for coming for my show today. And I'm sure your story will inspire a lot of Goans to start reading. And I hope the people watching and the schools you visit as well, you encourage a little bit of reading.
Of course, I will definitely do that. As I have told you, Nancet, I will promote you just list the books with me, and I think so we can actually collaborate, and I can introduce you to a lot of schools where we can put this forward, because if we don't encourage our own goals as to what work we do, then what's the use of we meeting and sitting today and chatting about each other? We have to help each other, we have to help others, because we have to lift each other if we want to succeed and bring Goa up there. You've been writing books, and I've got to know that now recently because of this interview, and I'm so proud of you, Nancet, that you, even if you're not in Goa, you come visit mom and you're out, you're writing books and it's being sold out, and you're encouraging me to write my own memoir. So I'm hoping that one day I will do it, and I'll take tips from you.
Definitely.
So thank you for having me here.
Before we leave, I'd like to give you a few books to encourage you to read. One of them is my first book, Chino and the Boy Scouts. It got
Wow.
published in 2020
Wow.
when I was in Glasgow.
Is it a lockdown book?
It is, yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's a story to it. Like when the book got out, I was meant to go on a book tour to Australia, Singapore,
Are you serious?
Goa, and Dubai. And I was at the airport and about to board my flight when all the flights got cancelled.
Was that the 23rd of March or May?
It was.
Yeah,
it was
right?
March.
Oh
It
my
was about
God.
20th of
22nd,
March.
it was in India.
20th of March.
Yeah.
So yes, but the book is something you can give it a go now. My second book is The Tale of Elgon and the Witch,
Oh.
and that's a children's book. So
So the previous one is for the
young
teenager.
adults, yeah,
Lovely.
teenagers.
Then I'll definitely give my son.
Yeah, you do.
I'll give my son this
And do
book.
give me your feedback. And hopefully you can read about 4 to 5 books a year and encourage others as well.
I don't know about 4 to 5, but my target is at least one book a year to begin with, too, since I'm new. But thank you for this, and appreciate you inviting me for this lovely, interview, and encouraging me to read more and to plan myself more, to write down more about myself. So I'll definitely do that. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nancet.
Yo.